Hi everyone, and welcome to today's practice. I'm Sherry, and this practice is inspired by times when you feel a bit under the weather. Maybe you feel run down, but you know that you need to move a little bit to feel better. There's nothing more that can help you and be a remedy than to get your blood flowing just a little bit. Even if you feel not very energetic, it still will help much better than being sedentary and just laying around. We hold a lot of our tension, particularly if we're not feeling that great, in areas of our body. So we let the fluids kind of run through us. We get our circulation moving through twisting. We certainly can help the detoxification process by the blood flowing. So hopefully you'll feel better after this, no matter what is happening with you. Last week I had a pretty decent head cold. So this practice, we actually won't be going upside down at all, because I feel like obviously going upside down does not feel good when you have a head cold. So we'll take a blanket. So any blanket, this is just one of my couch blankets. I have it rolled up and pretty tightly. I have 2 blocks. You can also stack a couple books. You could also, if you have some stiffer, maybe couch pillows, you could use those as well, certainly. But let's start to open up the front body, okay? Maybe you've been laying around a little bit. You feel rounded and your back hurts. Well, let's open it up first, okay? That's gonna help a lot. So we'll call this first pose, very passive, is our supported fish. So I'm putting a block here kind of on the medium length, or medium height, sorry, for my head. And then this I'm putting at the lowest height, and this will be for underneath my shoulder blades. So I lay down. You certainly don't want to have this block at all in your low back. You want to have it up on your shoulder blades. Okay, it should feel pretty stable underneath there. And my head just rests on the block here. So this just begins this nice chest opener. And if it's hard to breathe, like it was for me last week, just ease into your breath. Don't worry about any deep breathing here. Just breathe. Sometimes that's the biggest challenge, okay? So your legs can be bent. You can have a Baddha Konasana legs, which is a butterfly. And we'll lay here for at least 5 good breaths, okay? So every breath, exhale and let your body feel like it's just melting onto your blocks, your pillows, whatever you're laying on. And as you can see, my head is a little bit higher than my chest. And we'll just softly breathe. If you need to breathe through the mouth, that's just fine. Take those long exhales. That helps to relax the body. And one more big inhale. As much as you can do. And exhaling. Good. If you'd like to lay here longer, go ahead, please do. But we're going to come on up to seated. You can take the blocks just to the side for a moment. Grab your blanket, and we'll be sitting on the blanket. Prop yourself to the edge of the blanket so your hips are tilting forward a bit. And just root into your sit bones, any place that you feel connected to your mat, to the ground. Take another breath here. Just notice your body sensations. Maybe it's shoulders, maybe it's hips, maybe it's belly, head, okay? We'll take the next inhale, just gently reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, release them down. Now place your right hand off to the side a little bit. You can also take a block, place the block underneath the hand. Reach the left arm up and over. This starts to loosen up our waist and our core, which can get quite tight when we're not feeling that great. You can even come down to your forearm if that's accessible and there for you. Take another breath, inhale, stretch, sink into your left hip. And then slowly come on up. We'll take that to the opposite side. Again, hand on the block or the mat to begin. Left arm goes up and over. Soften that left arm, not have it be so straight and stiff. We want to really soften into these poses. And again, maybe the forearm is there for you. Sink into your right hip. Take a deep breath, lengthen. Exhale, sink a little bit further. And slowly come on up. Okay, now we'll take a twist to the right. So turn, just place your right hand behind you. Your left hand can go on that right knee. So soften again. With every exhale, you soften into your belly. Again, your twist can be really moderate. Whatever is, again, there for you, what you need today. Another exhale. And let's move to your other side. So we sit up tall, okay, as much as you can. Just continuing to open the chest and the shoulders. Exhaling, soften your belly. Another inhale. And exhale. Good. So just slowly turn forward and inch your arms ahead of you. Coming into a little forward fold. Sink into your sit bones behind you. I want you to feel your back, your low back broadening. Exhale, soften your upper body down. Then slowly roll on up. And again, your head may or may not be to go as low as mine did. But so keep it upright throughout this practice. If mine goes a little bit lower than my heart, okay, you'll know what you need. Come onto your hands and knees now. Come onto tabletop. Start to just center yourself between your hands, your knees. Okay. Lift the chest, melt the belly, tailbone rises into your cow. Okay. And then exhale, round into your back for cat. Now keep your head a little bit lifted for this. Inhale, then come back to cow. Really melt the belly, lift the tailbone, open the chest, and exhale, round into your back for cat. Now if you can drop the head, only if that's okay. And then let's do one more round. Inhale and exhale. Good. Come back to that neutral spine. Widen your knees. Bring your big toes to touch and come into a child's pose. For this, again, keeping my head lifted. So I'm a little more active in my arms. This is good too because we're stretching the shoulders, which we need. Take an inhale. Stretch long, and then exhale. Just melt the chest. Rise up nice and easy to your hands and knees. Bring your knees back to your hips distance. Come forward into more of a knee plank. Lower all the way to your belly. Okay. Bring your hands wider than your mat. Fingertips are on the ground and we're tenting the hands. Elbows up. Inhale. Roll up like a wave. So we're stretching the belly. Exhale. Lower down. Two more of those. Inhale. These are just some nice modified cobra lifts with a little more shoulder opening. Exhale. Okay, inhale, roll on up. This time, pause and hold. Look over your right shoulder and dip your left. Exhale. Come on up and through Inhale to the opposite side, look over your left shoulder, dip your right. Exhale. Come back on up. Release down all the way to the belly. Now Sphinx pose. Elbows are below your shoulders, and this is just a feel-good stretch again of the front body. There's so much, particularly if you've had to be in bed a little bit, sleeping more, your back just takes a toll. So we're opening up front body. Lift the chest. Now neck rolls. So just feel good neck rolls. You can bring your head side to side, dip your chest a little, dip your chin to your chest just a little bit. Maybe full circles are something that may feel better for you. I'm finding that just going half circles, side to side, looking down is nicer. Okay, and then come on down. Push yourself back up to table and then into your seated. So now we'll start some seated stretches, stretching in our legs along with some side bending and forward folding. So taking back that blanket, coming into a Janu Shirsasana, which is more of a one-legged stretch into a side bend, but right leg is extending. Place the blanket or a pillow underneath your knee. Okay, then the sole of the left foot comes in towards that inner right thigh. Now I'm gonna take a block, sort of place it right here between my foot and the blanket. Turn to the left a little bit, reach out with your right hand, and then the left arm goes up and over for a side bend. So what you can do with this block here is maybe place your right elbow on that block. And the block can go anywhere. You can even place it on your knee or thigh. If your left arm feels a little funny, reaching up and over, and you want to just take that out of it, maybe a half bind behind the back. Or you can just place it on your hip, holding your head in your right hand. This is just a really wonderful stretch, passive. If you need to scale it back, if it's a little too much, just adjust anything you need. This is all about comfort and mobility. Take another breath or two. Good. And then come on back up. We'll keep the legs as they are. Move the block to the side, turn towards your right extended leg. Center yourself in your sit bones. And then just ease yourself forward, okay? Resting your forearms here or on your thigh. Relax your shoulders. My head is still up above my heart. However you like to breathe, okay? Good, and we just find the space where there's some bit of comfort. It could be anything. It could be how it feels with your back stretching a little bit. Good, and then come on back up. Okay, we'll do a little half fish twist. So take your right leg, cross it over that left leg. Settle into your sit bones underneath you. If that leg can't cross all the way over, just place it in front or just take a little crisscross applesauce position with your legs. Now take a twist to your left. So you're turning towards that top leg. Okay, same thing in our twists. We let go of our belly. Soften there. Our heart is opening, chest is opening. And then release, relax. Let's switch legs. So we'll take that left leg out, Placing the blanket, again, underneath the knee. Use a block or not here. The sole of your right foot comes in the inner left thigh. Now turn, sit up and turn a little bit to your right. Reach that right arm up and over for that side bend, okay? When you arrive here, just assess. Do you want the block? Do you not? Do you not? You could do this certainly without the block. Place your hand underneath your head. This side feels a little better with the arm reaching up overhead, but you can certainly take that hand to your waist or half bind it behind the back. Breathe into your right rib cage. We want to really open up the airways. Again, adding circulation with these breaths, with these movements. And then rise on up. Okay, turn now back to that extended leg, your left leg. And simply just lean forward. Again, forward fold just to that place where you feel a stretch, but it's not too much. And you can place your arms down. Relax, close your eyes. Let's take at least 4 breaths here. Can you fill your belly with your breath and fully exhale? And then we'll slowly come on up to seated. Now take and swing that left leg over and around. It will settle into your sit bones, okay? Now you'll be taking a twist to the opposite direction. So now you're taking a twist to the right. I just want you to get both directions. There's really no right or wrong. We're just twisting, okay? Particularly today. Good. And then relax, release. Perfect. Okay, so then we will make it into and onto our backs. Okay, so no more blocks. The blanket can be there for you for your Shavasana, but when you arrive on your back, maybe you actually, because we want to keep our head propped above the chest a little bit, take the blanket or a pillow behind the head. Okay, hold on to the knees and rock side to side. Maybe circle around on your low back. Place your left foot down. Pick up your right leg. Bend a lot into the right knee. Hold either the outside of your calf or the outside of your right foot. Okay, and then just adding some movement here. We're just working into our hip. You can do maybe a little extension, bend, but it's very, very soft, okay? Okay, and then release the right foot. We'll do this on the opposite leg. So pick up your left leg, hold the calf or the ankle or the outside of the foot. Draw your left knee down towards your side. Add some movement, just feel good movement. Okay, it's going to look different for everybody. The more we open up the hips, the more the blood flows. And hopefully you can rinse out whatever you're harboring in your body, right? And then let's release. Take both feet a little bit wider than your hips distance and side to side windshields with your knees. Continuing just that natural breath. Okay. And then as we end this short little practice, you can lay here in a nice Shavasana. You can turn off the video Maybe you're laying here, maybe you're falling asleep, or you can come on up and we'll finish our practice with a namaste. Thank you so much. Be well and take care.